Hello and welcome to We Are La Plata County TV. Thank you for joining us. We're here with Captain Ed Aber from the La Plata County Jail. Ed, the jail provides a critical public safety function by housing people accused of or sentenced for crimes in our community. But you do a lot more than just house inmates. Can you talk about some of the programs that you offer at the jail?
Yes, we have about an average of 201 inmates at the La Plata County Jail, and we try to provide services to create an opportunity for those that are incarcerated to improve their situation and their life and make different decisions and hopefully not come back through the jail.
Great. So what are some of the specific offerings that you have besides just incarceration?
So we have getting close to 100 volunteers and that provide these services, and we also have contracted services. So those services include mental health and substance abuse treatment, counseling. We have a psychiatrist that comes into the jail twice a week. We have complete full medical staff to include a doctor that provides services in the jail. There's Alcohol Anonymous, NA, there's religious services, there's library services, and we also provide GED services. Sexual Assault Service Organization comes in and does counseling, and we provide veteran services.
Wow, so that's quite a range of services. Can you talk a little bit about the philosophy behind offering these programs?
Well, it's unfortunate, but a lot of the individuals that are incarcerated have substance abuse issues or mental health issues or a combination of both. Those individuals without a different tool set, have limited choices in what their decisions are, and they frequently find themselves back in the criminal justice system.
Great. So you're really treating the whole person, treating people with respect and dignity, right? So what are some of the success stories that you've witnessed through the relationships?
So in the last 3 years, we've graduated 18 people with GEDs in the jail, and that GED service is provided by Durango Adult Education. Of those 18 people that got their GED while they've been in jail, there's only been 3 that have returned back to the jail. It's probably one of our biggest successes in reducing recidivism.
Wow, that's very impressive. So how do you work with your jail staff to kind of cultivate this philosophy and implement these programs?
It's really a mindset and a philosophy, treating people with dignity and respect, meeting them where they're at, and looking for those opportunities where somebody is open to engagement. And when they're in that position, when they're open for engagement, having those services readily available and being able to direct them in that direction. So it takes communication, it takes engagement on the part of the deputies and the inmates, as well as the staff that are serving.
So it's really about relationship building.
It is.
Yeah. So are there any other programs besides this long list that you're hoping to bring to the jail in the future?
One of the programs I failed to mention is library services. We have a complete library service inside the jail, and that really does help people pass the time of day. One of the programs that we're in the process of obtaining some state funding for is medical assisted treatment in the jail. So medical assisted treatment is a program that's designed to help people that have an opioid addiction to use medical assistance to help break that cycle.
Great. Wonderful. Well, thank you for spending the time with us today, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.